Hi, this is Paula. We are here in Brighton at VegFest 2015, and we managed to catch the organizer, Tim Barford, who will tell us a little bit about how the idea came about and what is VegFest about.
Okay, well, VegFest came about in 2003, basically a good excuse for a party, and we had an amazing party. We did our first one in Bristol. We had about 1,200 people, 40 stalls, and we had Bez from Happy Mondays doing our after-hours party. So you know what? It went off. And we haven't stopped since. For a long time, VegFest has really been about helping people get an introduction to the vegan lifestyle. But now that we've got so many people who are vegan, we're beginning to introduce stuff to help vegans go further in their route, especially with vegan ideology, things like conferences, looking at issues. So although there's still a really light-hearted aspect of VegFest, we are now beginning to move into territory of where we're going to develop some of this, take it a step further. It's a very exciting time for VegFest.
It is a very exciting time for vegans in general because we have been a minority for a while, but last year we've noticed many of our friends and family turning vegan. So Tim, you mentioned something very interesting to me literally 10 minutes ago about the famous curve. Would you like to tell us something more about it, about the statistics?
Yes, well, it's very interesting to see that actually, not only in the UK, but in quite a lot of countries around the world, there's a very big growth curve in vegan, and it's occurring in the last year, 2 or 3. Those of you familiar with the concept of the parabolic curve, the parabolic curve goes very steady, and then suddenly takes a sharp rise like this, okay? And this is what's happening all over the world, but especially in places like Germany. If you look at the statistics in Germany, you're seeing a huge increase in vegan. The UK is massive too. America, huge amounts of people going vegan. Australia is a big growth area. So it's like an idea whose time has come. I had some guy from Poland asking me about doing a vegan festival in Poland now, you know.
I can help with that.
There you go. It's incredible to watch, and to be actually at a place of influence is to be a privilege. You know, to be at this point in history where vegan is now going mainstream, and to be part of that growth, it's truly fantastic.
Thank you, Tim. And one more question. The reasons of you going vegan. What are the reasons you, Tim, turned vegan all these years ago?
Okay, well, that's quite fun because in 1981 I was 18 and I was a wannabe punk. And I was living with my mum and dad, and I thought, what can I do to piss my mum and dad off? I know, let's go vegetarian, that'll do. So it's like, Mum, I'm not eating meat anymore. Oh, my goodness, quick, doctor, protein, calcium, my goodness. In fact, I think she thought I was probably on, I don't know, you know. I don't know. Anyway, I was looking a bit pale and skinny, and I think she's getting a bit worried. So, but then the vegan thing came along in 1984 for me when, of course, the time of Live Aid. And it was at Live Aid that I realised that we were, as a Western nation, we were actually paying Ethiopian farmers to produce cattle fodder. And of course there was a huge drought at that time, and there were many thousands of people suffering of malnutrition and drought and indeed dying. And of course Live Aid brought this to the national concept, you know, brought this to people's awareness for the first time on a global level. But it was the price of a pint of milk was literally the price of a child's life. And on an ethical ground, I think many people go vegan for the animals, many people go vegan for dietary reasons, and indeed, of course, for environmental reasons. I actually went vegan because I realised that we were using developing countries to grow cattle fodder when they could be providing food for their indigenous people. And we were literally robbing these people of their one survival crop, and we were taking it to feed cattle, to put milk in our tea. And you know what, that is not an acceptable concept. So I went vegan, and I've stayed vegan, and I hope to continue to be vegan till the day I die.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you
well,
very much.
That is an absolutely good reason to go vegan. If not for animals, then for people and for the planet. So follow us around VegFest today. We're going to be talking to wonderful food manufacturers, ethical cosmetic companies, and we hope that we will inspire you today.